All right, so Mr. Arriaga,
Yeah.
what brings you into therapy today?
You know, lately I've just realized that I've been having trouble finishing. Video games, of course. So, what were you thinking?
Get the fuck out of my house.
You know what? Respectable. All right.
Yeah. We're done here.
So yeah, that's how I'm banned from pretty much every therapist place in my town. Anyways, as the year comes to the end and the Game Awards have just happened, I like to take a step back and look at the Game of the Year nominees. I like to take a step back and bask in the glory of it. It's Tears of the Kingdom.
Rise, rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors!
I never finished it. It's crazy actually because I was so excited for it. I pre-ordered it. I even pre-ordered and midnight released the goddamn Switch. Look at this shit. Look, it's right here. I spent money on this. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But this proves to you how excited I was for this game. I stood in line and midnight released Tears of the Kingdom like I should do as a proud Nintendo gamer. I even stood in line and had to deal with gamer smell. And I'm not talking about like the Xbox and Axe collab. No, like legitimately, like I was like this, trying to fight the smell away because it was bad. I love Breath of the Wild. It's probably one of my top 5 games of all time. I cried during the ending of it. I even teared up hearing this in the Tears of the Kingdom trailer.
Link.
It's just everything about it is so euphoric. But when I came to actually playing it, I put 50 hours into the game. Probably the best the Switch has to offer. And I just stopped. I don't know why, I just did. Another example on the Switch is Xenoblade Chronicles. That is a game that for the longest amount of time I sat and hated on. Every single new Smash rep, every single new game, every time there was a direct announcement, and even the slightest glimpse of the smallest 5-minute trailer there was, I hated on it. Then I decided to give it a chance, and I loved the game. I probably put a good 60, 70 hours into it. And here, look, here's the stats for it, and the Switch recap. And I just stopped. I haven't touched it since August. I love it still. It's still a beautiful, amazing game, and I can't wait to play the next ones. I have all of them. See, look. I can do the goddamn money spread with the Xenoblade games. I even got the DLC. But I just haven't beat the first one. That's all I have to do. And then I get to play literal peak from what I've heard. I get to play peak. Anyway, let's take a seat. You know, some people would call me a Pokemon fan. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, the only good Pokemon game to come out anytime in recent years is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I love this game. This was another game I midnight released. This was actually the first time I realized that gamer smell was a thing whenever I got this. And that smell has haunted me ever since. But also luckily I got the really nice, really lovely big Palkia poster that same day. Even a game I can love so much as Pokemon Legends Arceus, I still had such a hard time finishing it. I literally took months off of the game and then came back to it a long time later. And I loved it. I loved every moment of it. It is definitely one of my top Pokemon games that aren't like my first ones I've ever played. And if you want one last example, Persona 5, I was a fraud until Royale came out. I always talked so highly about it, how much I loved it, how much the combat was amazing, it was turn-based, the story, how it took all these twists and turns, but I never got past the third palace with the base release. I sat and I was able to say that I loved it because of the Polygon podcast. They're the people who got me to get it in the first place back when that was in its prime. And because of it, I learned so much about it that I was able to pass as a fraud, a phony, a fake, and able to say it was one of my favorite games of all time without actually beating it. It was only until Persona 5 Royale came out that I actually beat the game. And even this, I took a long time between the second and the third semester. And even when I finally beat the game, it only took me until last year to go back and platinum trophy it. I've 100%ed this. I can say without a shadow of a doubt it's not my favorite game of all time, but still it took me that long. I put over 100 hours into that game. I'm not ashamed to say it for that one. It's a masterpiece of a game. And Atlas, please just give me Persona 6. I'm tired of seeing Joker in every single goddamn type of game genre. Please, let him go. I'm sure once I finally sit down and play Tears of the Kingdom, it will definitely be up there in my top games of all time list. And I'm sure the same will happen with Xenoblade Chronicles 1, probably 2 and 3 as well, and Persona 3 Reloaded and 4 Golden, and I don't even want to get started on what I think Baldur's Gate will do to me. The amount of time I will spend in that game. After watching Infinity War, I was so hyped for Endgame. Years and years of movies tied together with one simple string, one overarching plot was amazing, and to me it blew my mind. And when I finally went and saw Endgame, I was disappointed. It was underwhelming to see how they put it into this massive arc. I loved Endgame so much because it finally gave them loss, and then they just said it didn't matter in the next movie. And I know all the Marvel nerds are gonna be like, oh, but this is, I don't care. I would have preferred the movie if they kept it as a loss. With Avatar 2, another movie, years and years of hype behind it. I was so excited to see it, and one 5-minute recap on the first one later, I was in the 3D IMAX best movie theater in my town. And I fell asleep during it. It was so boring. I hated every moment of it. The Weeknd made a bad Weeknd song. A bad Weeknd song is like the most above average song imaginable. He made a bad Weeknd song for it. I was sad. I was disappointed. I will not be seeing the third movie. Maybe, possibly not. But the reason I was so disappointed is because there was so much hype and so much surrounding this movie finally being released that I was baffled. I was baffled that I could even get tired during it. What if this happens during Tears of the Kingdom? What if I finally finish the game and it's mid? What if it's worse than mid? What if it's bad? And I'm sure it's not. It's on everyone's Game of the Year nominee list, and it's like some people's Game of the Year. But what if? The what ifs are what's scaring me. I've been hyped for the sequel to Breath of the Wild ever since I finished the game in 2018, 2019. And I've been looking for that new high ever since. What if I don't get it? What if all this time I was hyping up this game in my head, what if it dies? But it can't be, right? It's on every person's Game of the Year list. It can't be that bad. It can't have a bad ending. So how come I can put 30 hours into Spider-Man 2, I can put 20 hours into Suika Game, 5, 6, 7 hours a day of YouTube, but I can't finish the goddamn fucking game of my Game of the Year? I'm going crazy.
So what'll it be?
Let me get 2 Four Locos, any flavor, and a shot of Bacardi.
Going right up.
Actually, it's probably best I just get the whole bottle.
So what's been on your mind?
I'm literally running away from my troubles. I'm literally training for a marathon instead of sitting down and finishing Tears of the Kingdom. I probably have like 10 hours left, if even. And instead of even doing that, instead of even training anymore, I'm basically, when I'm writing this, I'm sitting down in my friend's living room watching Rise of the Guardians when I know damn well I should be finishing Tears of the Kingdom. Hell, I played League of Legends over finishing, well, maybe not that far, but I also have a stupid brain worm, and it makes me need to play every game on hard mode. Like, why spend 33 hours in Spider-Man 2 when I could have just easily done it in 20 if I just didn't want to play it in hard mode? On top of that, why would I make myself play any goddamn Souls game? It fucking sucks to play these damn games. I just hurt myself every single time I decide to play it. The only reason I do is because it's so damn good, so damn satisfying to beat it. Like, Dark Souls 2 is such a dog shit game, and I said I would beat it this year. And instead, I'm in a goddamn bar with 2 Four Locos. And I haven't even touched it since January. But I mean, no one should genuinely touch that. And I'll finish Dark Souls 3 next year and be back on my one Souls game a year. Hell, you know, when it took me to write and record this, I probably could have finished Tears of the Kingdom. Like I said, I probably got like 10 hours left. But instead I'm here. Wouldn't it be funny if I took a shot of this? It wouldn't be funny if I took a shot of that. And that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. And this is gonna be me yapping. This isn't the video I wanted to end the year on, but it's the video I made to end the year on because obviously Dark Souls 2 is not coming out. My Dark Souls video is not coming out because fuck that dumbass fucking game. I hope no one is ever cursed or punished and have to play that game ever again. That game needs to be wiped from existence. Just gone, you know? But yeah, so so this is my big end of the year video. I want to make like more connected plot lines, so like that bar scene is gonna be very important in a video I plan to make this year. So there's that. I don't know, I want to do same as last year. I want to do more videos. I think I got some ideas cooking up, better ideas than last year. I want to do more stuff overall. I want to travel more. Here's I went to LA this year. Here's some pictures from that, and also I went to Austin for ACL Music Festival. So here's some pictures from that, and why these are on the screen. I just want to be like, I did the one thing this year I never thought I would. I stooped so low and I started One Piece recently too. I was sad the other day. I'll keep it 100 with you. I was sad the other day, so I started One Piece. That's how low it was. But maybe a video over that. I want to do cosplay. I don't know, tons of different video ideas, but there's that out there. I'm beating Dark Souls 3 next year. I'm speaking these into existence. Beating Dark Souls 3, beating Celeste. Video once a month, hopefully. Video once every 2 months. There we go. That's more realistic. I want to do like an anime review, see how that could work. Maybe in like the first arc of One Piece. I don't know. I'm cooking. I'm in the lab. I'm cooking. One last time, circling back to the beginning of the video about the Game Awards. Fuck Timothée Chalamet. Fucking hate that guy. Tears of the Kingdom was snubbed. Should have won Game of the Year. And happy holidays. I hope everyone has a wonderful end of the year and great New Year's. See you next year.